Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. The account's down $77 today, and that's due to cryptocurrency. So if you want a crypto update, make sure you hop over to my other channel and check out the crypto update there. For this video, we're going to be going over 5 different stocks to have on your watch list and to be watching this week. So these are all going to be banger stocks. You want to make sure that you watch this full video so you can see what price points I'm buying and selling at for all these different stocks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so first up on the list, we have Square, ticker symbol SQ. It's a great long-term stock, by the way, to add to your long-term portfolio at current prices. We see them down 19% in the last month. All right, with COVID heating back up and the new variant coming around, Square is a great one that you want to have on your watch list because they help with the credit card processing payments and smaller businesses being able to accept credit card processing. All right, they also own Cash App, which is important for people that are trying to start their own business and accept money. The easiest way to think of them is kind of like a PayPal competitor. We made money on the swing trade in the past. You can see right at $202, it hits that support a few times, and then it bounces about 20% back up to around 265. So if you're a swing trader and if you buy below $205, there's a good opportunity to swing trade back up to $260 per share or new all-time highs. So this one's good for all kind of traders. I'm personally going to be adding to my long-term account at the current prices. Let's see. Yeah, so we have 2.3 shares, looking to probably double my position for long-term, and then also get in a couple shares for short-term swing trade, especially if it goes under $205 and closer to $200 per share. Or if we even see it go past some of those yearly supports to a 52-week low, that'll be really attractive for me to pick up some shares for a discount. So if we see what the analysts are saying, we have a $306 price point in the next 12 months on average. And personally, I think it'll probably come a lot sooner, probably closer to 3 to 6 months for a 300 price target, which is about a 44% upside once again. Now, if we're talking about a $260 price point, I think that'll definitely come in around 3 months to 6 months. So $260 is my personal price point. That's basically the all-time high. And like I said, about 3 to 6 months, you can see some of these other analysts where they're personally coming from and some of their price points where they think that Square will be in the next 12 months. And you can also see how long ago they reiterated these price targets. Next up, we have Activision Blizzard, ATVI, and they're down 25% in the past 3 months and 21% in the past year. So we're starting to see a good downward movement on Activision, and they're basically at the price they were at in 2017. So imagine traveling back in time and being able to pick up some Activision in 2017. That's basically what you're getting now. They're headed towards a 5-year support of around $45 per share. All right. Now, personally, I don't think they'll get much lower than $50 per share. And I think under $60 per share is the best place to be buying for long-term holders. This is mainly going to be a long-term holding account. You can actually see I'm down $41. We only have $458 in this position, but I'm looking to expand that probably 4 times the amount of the current value that I hold right now. You'll also see if you scroll down, this company was founded in the 70s, very late 70s in Santa Monica, California. PE ratio is very attractive. They're also a dividend stock with almost a 1% dividend yield, which is attractive, and they're at their 52-week low currently. The market cap is $47 billion. So again, this is a gaming stock, and if it ends up doing stuff with the metaverse and things like that, it could be very bullish. Some bullish points around this one. The firm is home to not only some of the largest franchises like Call of Duty, Diablo, Warcraft, Heatherstone, and Overwatch, but also has some of the industry's best development talent. All right, so that's very important, that first paragraph. The new Call of Duty is coming out. The new Diablo got postponed. That's why we saw a little bit of a dip in Activision. We also see Overwatch got postponed as well. So once the new Diablo, the new Overwatch come out, the new Warcraft, the new Call of Duty, we're going to see Activision pick back up. All right, Call of Duty will remain one of the top selling shooting games on an annual basis. The franchise will also continue to adapt to change in player preferences by adding new modes like Blackout, COD, take the Battle Royale genre. So we see them consistently innovating. We see their earnings getting lower. So it's interesting to see if they will become a more profitable company over time, especially when those big postponed video games start launching and coming out again. I think this will definitely be like a $75 to $80 stock once again in the next 3 to 6 months. But honestly, you shouldn't be buying this for a 3 to 6 month hold. If you are going to be buying Activision, you should be looking at least a 1 year to 2 year hold. And you can make some good money on this one. This is a great long-term hold. You can even look when the new Overwatch is supposed to be coming out. And you can also look when the new Diablo as well. So analysts on average have a 50% upside over the next 12 months, and we have some analysts at about $111 price target, which would be new all-time highs. So basically, analysts are saying that it's going to be recovering in the next 12 months to, basically where it was at when it was at new all-time highs in the past, which is around $90 per share. You can see where these analysts are coming from. Not reiterated too often. If we go on the smart score, we can see it has a 9, which is huge. We see that the analyst rating has a moderate buy, of course. Bloggers' opinions online are very bullish, 90%. Hedge funds increased their position, which was 2.4 million shares in the last quarter, which is a very positive thing to be looking at too. So after that, we have PLTR down 2% in the week, 18% in the month. All right, so this is a swing trade that we've been doing in the close friends list. So if you got this far in the video, you definitely deserve to be informed of what's going on with PLTR. We see a swing trade, possible swing trade. We see the resistance and the support. Currently, right now, it's going a little bit under the support, but that's okay because we have this bottom support that it actually tested about 6 months ago, and we're not close to that. And we see that bottom support closer to $18 per share. Okay, so if we can get in closer to $19 or $20 per share, that's going to be the best place to swing trade PLTR back up to $26, $27, even $28 per share. If you press trade and trade option, there's also availability for an option call. All right, something like the 21.5 call or the 21 call for January 7th could be good. You can also look at December 31st. You can be looking at this $21 call. It's only $140. Even be looking at this 21.5 call for only $120, or as low as this 22 call for only $98 for one of these contracts. And if you put your stop loss at 50%, you're only risking $50 with this contract at the most. All right, now obviously we want it closer to $19, $18 per share before we take out this option, but there's definitely some swing trade potential going on with Palantir. PayPal, we won't spend too much time on because we talked about them last week, but I definitely want to add them in this video because they're an attractive stock that I'm going to be loading up on this week. Down 32% in the last 3 months. That's huge for PayPal. PayPal's a giant, enormous company. So when something like PayPal is down 32% and their market cap is pushed below $22 billion, all right, I think that this one will be a $1 trillion company in the future. Could take 5 years to get to that level, but that would basically be a 2, 4, 6, 8. That would be like a 5x from current levels. So probably take 5 to 10 years to get to those levels, honestly. But a 5x on any company, count me in. And if you look at the 52-week low, they're basically at a 52-week low right now. PayPal is also one of those companies that will probably add a dividend in the future. So you definitely want to be a part of them. And while you can buy them low, it's basically like going, all the way 12 months ago, hopping back in time and picking up some PayPal shares below $200 per share. So personally, this is going to be for the long-term holders, okay, which is a very important thing to know. There is some short-term potential because it could bounce back a little bit, but it's going to take some time, in my opinion, to recover. But I definitely want to be a part of the ride, so I'm buying anything under $200 per share for at least a 2-year hold or longer. And just real quick on PayPal, the analysts have about a 46% upside, so they're saying about $276 in the next 12 months, which I agree with something along those lines there. Now, the next one is going to be another long-term hold. It's going to be Nintendo down to $54 per share, down 4% on the week and 8% in the last month. Down 22% in the last year. They're at a 52-week low currently. They were even high as like $90, $80 per share at one point earlier in the year, and that was their all-time high. All right, now Nintendo's one that's going to pop back up whenever they release a console or a big video game. So if you can buy low, under $55 per share for long term, that's a win-win in my opinion. Although I think they can get as low as $50 per share. Keep an eye out for that. That's definitely when I want to be buying the most. But we saw a hard resistance established in 2018, almost 4 years ago at this point, and the last time they were $54 per share, we were looking at 2017 basically. All right, so again, this is like going back in time, 2017, buying some shares in Nintendo. Count me in. I'm definitely going to be buying some shares. I'll probably be loading up around 10 shares or more in the next 2 weeks, especially if we see them go under $50 per share. That's when I'll start buying a little bit more aggressive. And keep in mind, this is a dividend stock as well, and it's a pretty juicy dividend for the amount of growth this stock has in its future. Now, FuboTV is the next stock on the list that I want to talk about, down 27% in the past month. And they're kind of like a Palantir kind of swing trade. They're basically following the same pattern. This one has more risk, more reward potential, however. So we can see that the resistance is closer to $30 per share, and it even goes as high as $35 per share. And you can buy under $20 per share, which gives you a more of a swing trade potential on the percentages compared to something like a Palantir. Palantir has more stability though. However, FuboTV is still a great long-term stock. They're both stocks that I'm going to be investing in heavily. They're both stocks I really like. FuboTV is basically like the Netflix of sports. So it's all sports all the time, and it's a streaming service. So there hasn't been really a huge company like that yet. Obviously, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, Hulu, all those guys are focusing on mainly, just regular streaming content, where FuboTV is going niche with it, and they are focusing more on sports, which I think can be huge in the future, especially if they become a household name and everyone starts getting them, just like a Netflix or a Disney Plus or something along those lines. So I still believe in FuboTV. I probably want to have around 100 shares of FuboTV, especially if I can buy under $20 per share. I think that's a great place to load up on them and sell above $30 per share, or as close to $30 per share as possible. And real quick, I wanted to go over Meta, ticker symbol META. And if you scroll down, let's just look real quick how much they're up, 7% in the past 3 months. And they've even topped out at $16 per share. I think $15 per share is a great place to buy them, or even at $60 per share if you're a long-term holder. This is mainly a long-term holding. You can see their top 10 holdings. They have 11% NVIDIA, which is a great company to be dollar cost averaging in, 10% Roblox, 7% Microsoft, 6% Facebook, or Meta Platforms, 6% Unity, 4% Amazon, Qualcomm's up there, Apple, and a bunch of others too. So this is actually, an ETF that I'm starting to get a little bit more fond of. I think I could probably build a better one, honestly, but this one is pretty much what I would do, and they're going to be managing the assets for me. So it's super hands-off is what I like about it. If you're a set it and forget it kind of person, this might be the one for you. Talked about them in one of my last videos, by the way. Just wanted to give a little bit of update today. And you can see that assets under management is around 800 million. And in the future, this could easily be a 10x ETF in the next 5 to 10 years, while most other ETFs might only get like 5% or 8% gains per year annually. Meta can see something like 30% gains per year consistently, or even more than that. Something just a little bit more aggressive, kind of like an ARK ETF, for example. All right, and that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoy my content and you want me to make more content consistently daily for you guys, you got this far in the video, take a second out of your day. It only takes 1 second. Hit subscribe, hit like. It really helps me out. And if you want a cryptocurrency update, by the way, check out the Daily Cryptocurrency, which is my second Instagram where I post 100% cryptocurrency content. We're absolutely smoking it over there. We have a huge student success. So if you go to this highlight here, hit student success, you can kind of load that highlight and go through some of the success stories that we've had so far. That's only a fraction of the success stories, by the way. I can't share them all, unfortunately, but we're seeing a lot of success. My account personally went from my new account, I should say, because I have around $100,000 in cryptocurrency currently, but I started a new account with like $15,000. It's already up to $40,000. If you guys have been following me over there, you already know that. And if you're more interested in the stock market, option trading, I also have a close friends list where I show all my buys, sells, how much I'm buying, when I'm buying, what stocks I'm buying, what options I'm buying, expiration dates, and strike prices, all in my close friends list. We also have huge success in my stock market page. If you want to click success number 4, these are all recent highlights from students that have had success in the stock market. We now have 400 positive testimonials. You won't be able to see the green ones, by the way, that say the close friends list, because those are for close friends only. But the success number 4, success number 3, you can look through that, and there's over 400 success stories currently on my page. So congratulations if you are one of those students and you have seen massive success. Congratulations if you are one of my students and you've seen massive success already, and DM me if you want to become one of my students in the future. All right, guys, share this video with one of your friends if you think they'll find it helpful. Guys, comment below, subscribe on YouTube, like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.